Hi guys, I'm Sarah with Bump to Bundles. I am a newborn and NICU nurse, a lactation consultant, and a mom to four. If you enjoy my content, please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to my channel. Now let's get into today's topic. I have had 4 babies fairly close together, and if I could do this again, there's 5 things I would do a little differently. And to be fair, I did get a little better at it each time. So now let me say, every single baby from the moment they're born has their own unique personality, so these things may look a little different depending on your child, but here is my number 1, and that is I wouldn't have cared about a schedule as much. Remember, we're talking about newborn days. I'm not talking about 9 months and beyond. I'm talking about those first few weeks. So in all of your baby courses, preparing for baby, reading those books, unfortunately, your baby can't see and hear those things. So the 2 to 3 hour schedule thing doesn't always play out like that. Some babies are kind of like an hour type of gal, and that's fine. As they get older and their bellies can hold more, that usually will change. So don't stress if baby isn't following a 2 to 3 hour schedule as soon as they are born. They went through a lot. Let up on those schedule expectations just a little bit. And as some babies just don't follow a regimented schedule very well. My first did not, and it was very frustrating to me. And if I had not set myself up for that 2 to 3 hour thought process, it would have looked a lot different. The part of having a newborn that is so unique to me is that they start to show their personality in the way that they handle and they form their own schedule. Those feeding cues, sleeping cues, their noises that you're going to learn will all come into play. This doesn't mean I wouldn't work towards a routine later on as they mature and develop. But those first few weeks, I definitely would let it go. Number 2, I would protect my postpartum period a whole lot more. And this was really hard for me because I had such rough pregnancies. So by the time I had baby, I did actually feel a lot better. So I wanted to get up and go and do things, and that always didn't serve me well. There is just a stigma around women to prove that you're doing great, you've got this, you've got everything under control, you're letting everyone visit, you're answering all your texts, you're keeping your house somewhat presentable. I would give myself lots more permission to stay home on my couch, in my bed, with my baby, and have people come visit me. They can bring food, we can chat. I am an extrovert, I want to be around people. But just more time being still with my newborn. If I could do it again, I definitely would protect that bubble just a little bit more. Number 3, the giant stash of breast milk. No matter how many times I tell you that we all need to stop worrying about what is in our freezer, I'm still gonna worry about it no matter how many babies I have. And I don't know why. You and I both have seen those social media videos with hundreds of bags of breast milk in their freezer. Someone opens a freezer, it's all perfectly organized, and then they just casually say, oh, I don't really pump much. It's so easy as a new mom to look at that and say, oh my word, am I supposed to be doing that too? Maybe you are preparing to go to work. Maybe you are going to be away from baby in the next few weeks. Maybe exclusively pumping was part of your plan anyways. But don't pump just because social media makes you feel like you should. There is no right or wrong amount of breast milk to have in your freezer at any given point. Again, I would take it back to that baby, focusing on your feeding goals in those first few weeks and what our family actually needed at that moment. Feeding your baby is not a competition, and I hate that we make it one. This was a problem for me, number 4. And I got better at it with each baby, but I'm still not great, I'm not gonna lie. I would buy way less stuff for my baby. It's just the truth. I love baby products. I love baby products that don't even have a newborn. But babies are tiny people with very strong opinions, and only 1 or 2 ways to show us those opinions. You can research the number 1 bottle. You can buy 12 of them. You can buy the multi-pack pacifier box. You can sterilize them. You can organize them by color and size and holiday. Then baby gets here and decides they hate all of them. So if I were preparing for another newborn, I would buy way less things, just a few varieties, I'd have the basics ready to go, but other than that, I wouldn't stock my cabinets with anything. Once you meet baby, you start to learn baby, you'll know what they need. I'd save my money for things that make postpartum life a little bit easier, and I'd wait on those extra expensive things that baby may or may not like. Number 5, I would stop wishing the hard parts away. So much easier said than done. If you have 10 kids, I know you're still feeling this, just like I did with my 4th. It's hard to be tired. There are nights when I fell asleep and baby needed me again in 5 minutes. Newborn life is exhausting. You realize that this was the last time they were going to fall asleep on your chest, or you were going to put them in a newborn outfit. This was your last middle of the night feeding. I would soak it up just a little bit more than I did at the time. I'll ask for help. I would still want people to come over, but sometimes I would just sit there and look at their little fingers and toes. And honestly, some of the best advice any seasoned mom ever gave me was to video just the still moments of baby on my chest. And I still watch those videos with their little cues, and so sweet. You can adore your newborn and you can still need a break. You can love postpartum life and you can still be really tired. I think the big takeaway for me was I'd just slow down. I'd enjoy those little moments without constantly worrying about the next milestone, because you don't need to do the newborn stage perfectly. And great news, they're not going to remember. You just need to learn this new baby, take it one day at a time, ask for help when you need it, and remember that you are learning too. Before you know it, that tiny newborn will run across the floor and be opening cabinets and crawling up the stairs. If you like this video and you like more of my content, please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to my channel. Bye, guys.